How's it going, everyone? Adam here from Coding Basics, and welcome to another review/unboxing video. Yes, this is not a computer programming tutorial. I am going to unbox for you today the Leap motion sensor. This is a relatively new motion sensor. It's about $80, I believe, on Amazon or Best Buy. It's really small. If you can look right here to the diagram they have here, it's really thin. It's about as thick as your finger is, probably about the same length, but a little bit wider. It is also being incorporated in some laptops now. Recently, the company has closed deals with HP and Asus, and what they're going to do with the motion sensors, they have a small one that's going to be put on like laptops, keyboards, stuff like that. So this technology is really catching on really fast. I want to unbox for you. I have actually already broken all the seals, as you can see. There's no tape on it anymore. And I was playing around with it, and actually any of you who have been following my channel know that I have been doing many tutorials on how to actually program this Leap motion sensor. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check that out. But let's unbox it. So you just got to slide this sleeve off and open the lid. Okay, there you go. It's not as hard as I made it look. So the actual piece of paper on the top will tell you how to, get started. You have to go online to leapmotion.com/setup to register your product, download all the drivers, download the software development kit. So remember to do that. Don't lose that. And now here we have our actual Leap motion sensor. I'm going to peel off the plastic. Okay. Which once again, just on the plastic, reminds you to go to their website to activate it. So I'm just going to stick this to the side. Okay. And here is our Leap motion sensor. Now, for those of you who aren't really familiar with it, how this thing works, you can't see it now, but when you plug this into your computer and it's powered, you'll see 3 red dots about here, here, and here. So, 3 on it. And then on the right side and the left side, there are 2 IR cameras. So the red infrared LED lights, they put out a pattern of infrared light. Which, when you put your hand in, it kind of obstructs the pattern. And when the Leap motion is on, what it does, the 2 IR cameras take pictures, and since there's 2 of them, they just kind of compare the positioning of stuff to sort of get a 3D representation of, what's inside its field of view. The field of view is 150 degrees, so consider that center. It goes out about 150 degrees, so out both sides. And it, has a y-axis, which goes up, x-axis that goes to the left and right, and then a z-axis that goes forward and back. That is different than calculus. I did not make a mistake there. They do it like that. In calculus, I believe the z-axis is up. Well, no, it's not on the Leap motion. For the Leap motion, they consider the z-axis forward and back. So remember that. Alright, well, let's just keep unboxing stuff before I continue talking about the sensor. So, take the plastic out, and it comes with 2 of these cables to connect it to your computer. Comes with 2 of them. And it also, on the bottom of the box, there is a small manual. I never read it when I opened it. It's mainly just safety warranty stuff. If you want to read it. I wouldn't. Simply because I think it's a waste of time, but anyway, okay. So here's the cable. I already have all the drivers and stuff installed, so when I plug this into my computer, sorry about that pause, when I plugged it into my computer, my capture stopped to ask me if I wanted to use this as my microphone, which no I don't, of course. But when you plug it in, the green light you see right here, if you can see that, oops, wrong side. So the green light right here, you might not be able to see it, Oh, you can at that angle. So you can see a green light. That's supposed to be pointing towards you. Just remember that, because that'll really mess up with your programming. That'll mess up your program if you have it the wrong way. And when I have it at the right angle, you can see these 3 IR lights, LED IR lights. And you, of course, can't see the camera. But I remember seeing a video on YouTube. I can't remember who put it up. But just search take apart Leap Motion or something, and there's actually a guy who tore his Leap Motion apart, showed the IR cameras. So how this thing really works, like I said, there's a dot pattern. So when I put my hand here, my hand obscures the dot pattern. The 2 IR cameras take pictures of it. The data that this Leap Motion gets is sent along this cable into my laptop, where there's a bunch of math, complex math that takes place, and basically the data analyzed for the 2 cameras is then combined to get a 3D representation of the 2D frames. The Leap Motion itself takes about almost 300 frames per second. So yeah, it really stays up to date. And according to Leap Motion, their sensor is accurate to 1/100th of a millimeter. Whether that's true or not, I am not 100% sure. But from the work I've been doing, it seems quite accurate. As far as what I think about the product, I've been playing around with it for a while. I've put out a bunch of tutorials for you guys on how to program it. It seems pretty accurate. There is still some work that needs to be done. The library, like the SDK libraries, they can detect gestures. Sometimes the gesture will get confused. So there's one that's called the screen tap gesture, which is when you push forward, just kind of tap the screen. And then there's a key tap gesture, which is when you kind of tap down. And it sometimes gets those 2 confused. Same as when you do a circle gesture. So a circle is when you're drawing a circle. There's another one called a swipe gesture. So swipe. Sometimes when you're at the bottom of the circle going across, it gets that confused as a swipe. So there is some still work to do, but it's still in a beta phase, the libraries. So it looks promising. It does. I really like the product. Only $80, not a lot of money. Very cool to use, very interesting. Also, when you get the Leap Motion, you do get Airspace for free, which is kind of like their app store, and there's free apps like Fruit Ninja, stuff like that. There's also ones you can buy that are pretty useful. But that's all I got for you guys right now. I definitely give this product a thumbs up. I really do. It's a great product. But like I said, that's all I got for you guys this time. Remember to leave a comment on this video, like this video, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.